Good people on the quest for good content. Welcome back to another episode of Song of the Week. You've got a solo mission today. You got just me, Jordan, here. Let's hop right into it. The topic of this week's Song of the Week is going to be who is going to sing for this generation's fallen legends. Over the weekend, we had a funeral for the great Reverend Jesse Jackson. And during Jesse's funeral, Stevie Wonder sang a few songs. And I saw one person on Twitter ask the question, who will sing for Stevie when he's gone? And I thought that was a great question. Stevie Wonder is one of the last legends of that generation, kind of the last of a dying breed. And he's in his mid-70s. And so it is fair to ask the question, it's inevitable, y'all. At one point in time, we're gonna lose Stevie Wonder. We've actually talked about this a couple of times on the podcast with different guests. Nate James and Tank from Tank and the Bangas both kind of during our interview paused and was like, "Man, one day we're gonna lose Stevie." Like, as he gets older, that becomes more and more real. Like I said, I think Stevie's 75. So, like I said, I saw somebody on Twitter pose the question, who is going to sing for Stevie when Stevie's gone? And it got me thinking a little bit. And I thought it would be a great time to talk about who is that next generation of legends. If you take a look, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, Lionel Richie, Diana Ross, Gladys Knight, Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle. Of those artists that I just named, Anita Baker is the only one that hasn't turned at least 70 years old yet. So I'm obviously not speaking death into existence for any of those people. Like, I hope all of those people live another 30, 40, 50 years. But history tells us that that's not realistic. So the question has to be asked, who is that next generation of performers that will be given the honor of being the tribute performers when some of these legends pass away? So what I did is I made a list of 10 artists, 5 male, 5 female performers that I think are the next generation of artists who will have the right combination of vocal talent, career accolades, and respect amongst the current generation and the generation that precedes them in order to be given this honor. So, like I said, I made a list, 5 male artists, 5 female artists, 10 artists that I feel like are going to be worthy of being given the honor of being the tribute singers at the funerals of legends like Stevie Wonder. So let's hop right into it, man. Let's start with the women. If we're going to start with the women, Beyoncé is the obvious first choice. Beyoncé is the greatest performer of this generation. As far as Black artists go, she's on the top floor, right? The highest of the highest rooms. She is up there with Michael Jackson, James Brown, Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, and Whitney Houston. In my opinion, if you were to ask any of the legends that are still living today, who would you want to sing at your funeral? She would probably be everybody's first choice. So at the top of the list for the women, and probably just at the top of the list in general, I'm going to have Beyoncé. Coming in at number 2, and then after Beyoncé, these are in no particular order, but the second artist is going to be Alicia Keys, one of my personal favorites. Alicia is elegant, right? She has the voice of an angel. She's gorgeous. She is well-spoken, an amazing pianist, an amazing artist, has the hits, right? Has the discography, has the #1 albums, has the Grammys, has all of the accolades, is respected in one of the highest regards. She has carved out a career as one of the most talented people on the planet as a singer, songwriter, actress, and author. I think Alicia Keys is an easy candidate for this list as far as someone who has the depth, the elegance, the talent to be someone that would be selected as a tribute singer. And if we're talking specifically about Stevie, she's awesome on the piano, right? So she could go out there and crank out one of Stevie's hit songs while singing and playing the piano. She's performed at the Super Bowl with Usher. she's someone who just has the respect of everybody around her. I can't think of anybody, who thinks of themselves as like a music connoisseur that doesn't love Alicia Keys or doesn't at the very least have a great respect for Alicia Keys. So I think Alicia Keys should also make this list. The third person I have on this list is going to be Jennifer Hudson. Now, Jennifer Hudson is another one that is like, Jennifer Hudson is oozing with talent. She was the youngest woman to ever win the 4 major awards, the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, also known as the EGOT. Um, Jennifer Hudson is incredible, man. She has one of the best voices of all time. She really stamped herself and burst onto the scene when she played Effie in Dreamgirls and gave us maybe the best ever You're Gonna Love Me rendition. And ever since then, man, J Hud has been known as one of the best singers of all time. You know, she's also gotten the honor of playing Aretha Franklin in the biopic Respect, which she absolutely killed. She's also still extremely relevant today because she has her own daytime television show. But again, I just think Jennifer Hudson is one of those artists that um, is well respected by her peers, but she also has the talent to stand on a stage, command a room, and during a big tribute, celebration of life, tribute, whatever you want to call it, she's someone that the crowd would respect and would do that artist or person justice with her rendition of one of their songs or one of her own originals, whatever it may be. So I think she's got the legacy. I think she's got the talent, and I think she's got the respect of her peers and the people that came before her to command that stage. So Jennifer Hudson is also going to make that list. Coming in next, we've got Mary J. Blige, the queen of hip hop and soul. Classic, man. Mary J is a classic. She's got classic albums. She's got some of the most classic R&B hits of all time. Her voice is amazing. She's got amazing stage presence. And she's elegant in a way that the other artists aren't, right? Her elegance is different than the likes of Beyoncé, Alicia Keys, and Jennifer Hudson. She's got like this auntie elegance that speaks for itself. I don't know how else to describe it, man, but Mary J has this presence about her where people that have never met Mary J, been around her, only have gotten to see her from afar or through a television screen, feel like they know her, right? She makes you feel at home with her voice, with her presence. And I think she'd be excellent at a homegoing service for one of these legends. Coming in last, a younger artist, but an artist that has she has a voice, man. She has a voice that cannot be duplicated. She doesn't sound like anybody else, and even though her career is young and early, she's carved out a lane for herself that is, man, it's immaculate, and the accolades are just gonna keep climbing. And that artist is Samara Joy. She's the youngest artist on this list, like I said, but she deserves to be here, man. She's carved out the space as a jazz vocalist, that we haven't seen before. Like, she's really taken on that genre by storm, has the respect of her peers. Everybody on this list that I've named already knows about Samara Joy, has a ton of respect for her, and probably would love to work with her. So, I think as her legacy continues to grow, she's going to be remembered as one of the best vocalists of all time. And she's someone that deserves to be on this list, man. Like, if we're gonna start to honor the legends, we need to honor them with people who are legendary, and Samara Joy fits that bill. So she's gonna round off the list for the women. Moving on to the men, at the top of that list is going to be John Legend. John Legend, 13-time Grammy Award winner, probably the most elegant male singer of his generation. I can't think of somebody who, when I think of John Legend, I think of him in a tuxedo, right? I think of him performing at some of the grandest stages of all time. I think of him performing at the Oscars with Common when they did the song for Selma. I think of him performing for the Obamas. I think of him performing for Kamala Harris. I just think that uh, John Legend presents a level of elegance that I don't know if there's any other artist that can do the same. And so, again, we're talking about honoring the legends. Again, this conversation started off by talking about who's going to honor Stevie Wonder, who's worthy of that platform, who's worthy of that stage. And when we're talking about the male performers, man, I can't think of anybody better than John Legend to take that on. So I think we're gonna start the male performer list off of John Legend, and I don't think anyone's gonna have anything to say about that. I can't imagine anybody saying that John Legend doesn't deserve that. He's a he is a legend, no pun intended. But he is one of the artists that demands the respect of the room, and when we're honoring our legends, that's what we want to do. Next up has to be Usher. I feel like uh, Usher has officially entered legend status. I think the Super Bowl performance solidified it. The Vegas residency also solidified it. But Usher has some of the biggest R&B hits ever. He has one of the biggest R&B albums ever. But more importantly than that, like Usher is one of the most talented people of kind of my generation, right? The album came out when I was probably 11 or 12 years old. Still one of the biggest albums of my lifetime. Like outside of something that wasn't Michael Jackson, that is one of the biggest albums that ever came out since I've been alive. Um, you know, Once you hit like Super Bowl performance status where you have a big enough discography to command that stage on the biggest stage in the world for 15 to 17 minutes, however long that performance is, you enter a different stratosphere. And Usher has absolutely entered that stratosphere. Um, he got a taste of it. He got a taste of this honor when he performed Gone Too Soon at Michael Jackson's funeral back in 2009. I still think that's the first funeral I ever watched on TV, and now I think if a legend like Stevie Wonder were to pass away, Usher is absolutely on that short list of performers that we would wanna perform. So, coming in next on this list is going to be Usher. Again, this is in no order, but right now we've got Usher and John Legend. Next up on this list, and I'm curious how many other people's lists he would make, but I have Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx is one of, if not the most talented entertainers of all time. Another person to win a Grammy and an Oscar. I would say casuals probably think of Jamie as an actor, but the real ones know that Jamie is a phenomenal singer. I can't imagine I'm the only one that sometimes gets lost in a Jamie Foxx YouTube video thing of clips from the Jamie Foxx show of him singing. There's a great clip of him doing the jingle off with the other female lead in the show. There's amazing YouTube stuff on Jamie Foxx, especially back from the Jamie Foxx show of him singing. If you haven't done it, do a YouTube deep dive on Jamie Foxx. Like Jamie Foxx can sing. Um, he is an amazing singer. And again, like Jamie Foxx he is in that legend status. He has done some of the best things in entertainment as far as like a comedian, a comedic actor, a singer, a songwriter, hooks, whatever it may be, man. Like Jamie Foxx is there. And again, I'm sticking with Stevie Wonder. Like if a legend like Stevie were to go, Jamie Foxx should be involved in the funeral in some way or capacity. Like he should speak, he should sing, he should do whatever, man. Like Jamie Foxx is one of those guys, and he has moved into that legendary status. So Jamie Foxx is also going to be on this list. The next two guys on this list are guys that are a little bit younger than Jamie and John Legend, and who's the other guy that we named? Jamie, John Legend, and Usher. Like these next two guys are a little bit younger than those guys. Um, but I think they're guys that are pushing the envelope in music, and they've changed the way we think about music and listen to music in their short careers. The first of these two guys is going to be Anderson .Paak, uh, another like multi-talented musician. Anderson is one of the barometers for what's significant in pop culture at this point in his career, and he only continues to amaze us, man. Like the album Malibu is a timepiece. Like there's music before and after Malibu. Like what he did with that album, um, just pushing the envelope and like pushing the envelope of creativity. We did a podcast several months ago now where David picked one of the songs off of Malibu as his song of the week. And like we both said, like Anderson .Paak is one of those artists that Prince would have loved. Like Prince would have dug at Anderson .Paak shit. He would have um loved the creativity. He would have loved the ingenuity that Anderson .Paak brings to the game. Like he brings his own flavor, his own swag, and he's just one of those dudes that's like going to continue to raise the bar. And you know, people that come after Anderson are going to be trying to hit what Anderson brought. So I think he deserves to be on this list. I think as the years go by, he's only going to improve. He's only going to continue to inspire us. And so again, when we lose the legends, man, like we lose a guy like Stevie, we want to bring a guy to the table that pushed the envelope, man, because that's what Stevie did. Like Coloring Book changed music. Songs in the Key of Life changed music. I think Anderson .Paak and Malibu changed music as well. So we're gonna put Anderson .Paak on this list. Um, Last but not least, man, I got Duran Bernard. Now, this may be a little bit of a projection. Duran Bernard is still like very much so carving out this lane in this space. But he's second to none, yo. Like Duran Bernard is extremely talented, extremely unique, similar to Anderson .Paak, where like music is going to change because of him. People are going to imitate what he's done. People are going to look at Duran Bernard and they are going to try to do something similar to him. Like I think Bill said it on one of our podcasts. Like Duran Bernard says that one of his inspirations was Bugs Bunny. Like he's just a different dude. He's a dude that's able to look at a canvas and create something totally unique. Something that we've never seen before. Again, his last album he just took home the Grammy for his last album, and I think it's going to be the first of many for him. I think Duran Bernard is like right at the beginning of what's about to be a very long and a very interesting career. And he's going to continue to make music that's different. He's going to continue to make music that makes us feel something, that's going to make us want to dance, make us want to cry, make us want to smile, make us want to clap, scream, shout. Like Duran is a guy that's going to continue to push the envelope. And if we're talking about burying a legend like Stevie Wonder, he's the type of guy that should be involved in the service. So that's going to round out our list. Again, 5 male, 5 female performers. I would love to know what you guys think of it. Before we go, I do have a song of the week. My song of the week is obviously going to be from Stevie Wonder because we're talking about Stevie. Man, I hope we never lose Stevie. But if we do, when they have his funeral, the song that I want to hear somebody sing is You Are the Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder off a Talking Book. Another Stevie Wonder classic. When Stevie goes, whoever gets the honor of doing his tribute, I hope we get to hear that one. Thanks as always for listening, everybody. We'll see y'all next time, man. Peace and love. Song of the week. We're out of here.